Hello, welcome to another episode of my Immigrant Diary. My name is Precious.
And my name is Wale.
Well, there's something I want to discuss with you, right? One of the things I have observed whenever I travel, especially when I fly, because I have kids, my wife, it's always a hassle, it's always a struggle at the airport. Over time, I've noticed that there are lounges in the airport, and I've never really understood how I can take advantage of those lounges. I've never really understood how I can access them, because I've seen people out of the flight straight to the lounge, and it's just very easy and it makes things easy for them. But for me, it's a hassle. I know you traveled recently. Can you share with us any experience if you did take advantage of the lounge, if what your experience with that has been? But for me, it's been terrible, and I'm yet to figure out how to do that.
I would say that probably the best use case is for you with your family. For me, you don't have kids yet. So oftentimes I might travel alone or we travel as a couple, but lounge is going to be really great for us because we need a place of peace and quiet, just be able to relax. I've done some research online before my trip, and I saw that you can also get like lounges where you get a shower. For example, if you're having like a layover, it's always good to refresh yourself in the shower before you continue your trip. I've been looking at lounges for a while, especially since I moved to the United States. One of the best lounges out there that I've seen a lot of people talk about is the American Express Centurion Lounge. It's a little bit exclusive in the sense that you do need to be a member of the American Express Platinum, which is how you get like their Platinum credit card. So it's a little bit expensive. It's a card, but it works a little bit different from a credit card. I think the charge right now is like $695, but if you can make it make sense, it works a lot for you. So for example, if you travel a lot, it covers a lot of things that will make it easier for you on your trip, including lounges. So for me, it's been like 3 months now or so that I applied for the American Express Platinum card, and I was approved for it. So I've been eager to use it on my trips. Once I did use it, thankfully we do have like an American Express Centurion Lounge at my airport, and that's also something that I think if you do a lot of research, you need to start being aware of, that certain brands of specific lounges are not available everywhere. Although how a lot of people, for example, if you go through like a membership card like American Express Platinum, the way they do it is that they partner with other lounge providers. And so, for example, American Express has their own set of lounges. I think they are present probably in about 20 states or so. I might be wrong, that's just a guess. And they partner with Priority Pass, and Priority Pass has, I would say, the largest lounge network in the world. The program then also includes like escape lounges. I think there's one other one that I don't remember, but the total package of the lounge network that you find from American Platinum is the best. It's either the best or at least it's among the best. At the very least, it's among the best. So you have a lot of choices.
So basically, if I don't have any of this credit card, can I pay out of pocket and access some of these lounges, the ones that are not exclusive?
Yeah, definitely. Like for Priority Pass, I think it costs about $400 or $500.
Wow.
So if you think about it, if you want to pay for Priority Pass membership lounge, and American Express Platinum costs like $600, and you have access to more network, it actually makes sense. Also including the fact that like American Express Platinum card has other benefits, other things that you can, other ways that you can use to recoup your money for the membership. So it makes a lot of sense to just go with that instead of just going to buy Priority Pass membership. Although I don't think I'll be able to cover all the topics about, even if I want to talk about Priority Pass alone, there's a lot of different ways to also go about it. But just so that we can keep the conversation within a healthy amount of time, I think American Express Platinum is a good way to go about it. You can also go with Chase Sapphire Reserve. That's another card from Chase Bank that also gives you access to lounges. We have the Capital One Venture X that gives you access to lounges. Those are the three popular ones, but we also have like other ones from US Bank and other financial institutions that gives you access to lounges. So right after I got my card, I had a long trip that I was planning for, and I knew we had an American Express Centurion Lounge here. So I was happy, I was excited, the day of my trip. I actually did a little bit of research to try to find out where it is. And they said on the website, it says it's on the mezzanine level. I have no idea what that means. It just says it's on the mezzanine level. So I had to look at what some people have already talked about it, and apparently it's on upper level somewhere. Getting to the airport, and after security, like it's on the air side. Post security is called air side. So I knew it was airside. It was on the mezzanine level. That was all the information I had. But from the research that I had online, I knew it was also close to the food court, at least where most of the food vendors are. So that's something that helped me to make a decision to start looking for the food vendors or the food court. Basically, just walked around. After security, I just walked straight to the food court. So from the direction that I came from, it was a little bit difficult to find because I got to the food court area, and there was like windows to airplanes that are outside picking up people. It's also landing, but there was also like an upper level at the food court that I could see, but that was not where it was. So for me, it took a little bit of time just trying to look for where it is. I had to walk to the other side and then turn back and then try to look for any other upper level, and I found that it's actually one of the places. It's actually behind me, so I kind of walked beyond where it is and I had to come back. I found the elevator, so I got there quite early in the morning, maybe around 8 a.m. or so, but quite early in the morning. One of my concerns was that online, like a lot of people have complained that there's a lot of queue, but for me, there was a queue, but it was very, very manageable. Like, I don't know, maybe there were like 10 people ahead of me or so. So I got there, we used the elevator up. The check-in was pretty straightforward. All they need from you is your American Express Platinum card itself, your boarding pass, and your ID. The name on your ID has to match the name on the card itself. So that's something you should be careful about. For example, if you got married and you change your name, you have to make sure that the names on the card matches the name on your ID. Either you update your ID or you update the Platinum card before they will allow you to be able to use the lounge. So, but for me, everything was good. It was pretty straightforward. Once I was done with that, just started exploring the place. It's actually much bigger than I expected. So when I first came in, I saw a bar. I didn't really understand how it worked. So for me, I thought I might have to pay for drinks at the bar, for alcoholic drinks, for example. So that was the first thought I had. So I saw the bar. I saw a place that is also like a cafe. It's also a little bit different because I'm leaving, flying out in the morning. I was interested in the food. So I kind of just keep walking around and eventually found where the buffet is. They had like a lot of food selection. For me, that was really, really good. Eventually, like I just walked up past the food. I went to look for like a place that's close to the window. I couldn't find one, but I found like a really good spot to sit. So I just put my stuff there, went back to pick some food. The food selection was really good. I think for some buffet places that I've been to, it's very comparable, the options that you have, especially for breakfast. So I started with some sort of English breakfast and pear on the bun, something like that. And then with some eggs, bacon stuff, I, went to the bar, I ordered a mimosa. Right, so I found out everything there is free, so I had a mimosa. That was really nice. I just went there, had my breakfast. I think I did come back for round 2, and then I had some fruits and yogurt just before I left. I had a muffin. So I wanted like a cappuccino with oat milk because I don't drink regular milk. I had to ask some of the staff, so told me in order to get oat milk, I have to go to the cafe. So I went to the cafe. I saw that there's muffin. The muffin was really looking nice and calling out my name. So yeah, sure, I'm gonna and cappuccino.
Oh my god.
So I finished that. It was a really nice spot that I had. They had like a quiet meeting room. If you're a businessman, you need a place that you need to talk. You can book the place. And I also noticed that you can actually reserve spots ahead. So I did see some reservation tables at different locations, so you can actually reserve spots. So my experience was really, really good. Of course, they had a shower. They had everything that you need to be able to relax and feel at home at that location. So I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed the service. I enjoyed everything. And by the time I was leaving, I saw that the queue had actually gotten longer. So when I went in to register, we took the elevator up. Apparently, when the queue gets longer, they move the reception desks to before the elevator, and so people queue basically in the airport area or in the public area before you get to the lounge. So yeah, so that was my experience. Pretty good. I definitely recommend do get the American Express Platinum. For you especially, well, I'm not talking to the audience now, I'm talking to
So I need to get, so Wale, I agree with you. I know we've discussed this because I see the progress we've made, even in the videos we've made in the past about credit cards and how we make progress. Currently, our credit score is already at over 700, almost going to 800, just because we've stayed true to what we shared and what we've learned. And also just to see how you benefit from the American Gold Express card. I'm trying to also get there.
Platinum. I have the gold.
Sorry, the platinum. Sorry, I remember you got the gold now, the platinum. So I need to get my game up. So that when I'm traveling, I can take advantage of the lounge experience and also the benefit. And something you mentioned that really caught me is the fact that they have a shower. And so because I have little kids, I need sometimes that privacy to clean them up even when we're traveling, because sometimes they can really create a mess. No matter how well you try to keep them together, that's just kids being kids. And so for me, I like that. I like some of the benefits that you mentioned. So just the benefits of the American Platinum card, and also just the benefit of lounge, and just the fact that it's not free food because technically I'm paying for it, but then just the fact that I have the options, the platinum and all the.
It's a lot more cost effective.
It's a lot more cost effective. You said, well said. So Wale is amazing. But thanks, I'm convinced, and I hope our audience, those who are listening, are also convinced on why they should get American Express Platinum card. Guess what? You need to follow some of our videos where we've talked about how to progressively get your credit cards and get to the point like Wale, who has gotten his Platinum card. I am still behind, but I'm learning from his lead. Thank you, Wale. I think this was a great one. Please like our channel, subscribe, and follow as we put up new content on my immigrant diary.
Yeah, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.